Hello everyone, today we will learn how to add new Asana task to Google Tasks. Now Asana is a project management and project planning software, and Google Tasks is used to collect all the tasks that are going to be done or already done by you. So whenever a task is created in Asana and you use both these applications for some different departments, you want that task should be updated in your Google Task as well and a new task should be created. But this does not work automatically because both of these applications do not have a direct connection between them. But what if I tell you we can automate this process with the help of Pabbly Connect? We will create an integration where our trigger will be a task created in Asana and our action will be a task created in our Google Task. Let us learn how to do it.
So let us learn that how are we going to integrate Asana and our Google Task, that whenever a new task is added in your Asana account, that will be updated in your Google Task immediately or automatically. We will be doing this with the help of Pabbly. As you can see, this is the landing page of Pabbly, and on the right hand side you have two options available: sign up for free and sign in. If you don't have an existing account, click on sign up for free so that you can get some of the free tasks. Because I'm already having one, I will click on sign in. That will take me to this login page, and clicking on sign in with Google will take me to this page where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. Today we will be integrating, or we can say in a simple language that we are going to connect Asana and Google Tasks. So we will use Pabbly Connect for that purpose. Click on access now and you will be taken to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see a big blue button on the right side where it is written create workflow. Click on that button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I will be giving it a name as add new Asana task to Google Tasks. Click on create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you. Now when you reach here, you can see two big boxes. On one it's written trigger and on the other it's written action. Now what is this trigger and action? A trigger is when this happens, which means that an event will take place in your trigger application, and when it triggers your application, this workflow will move ahead and perform an action that will be assigned in your action application. Like today our trigger application is going to be Asana. Why? Because as soon as a new task will be created in Asana, that task will be created with the same information in your Google Task as well. So we will choose the event as new task in a project. Like you can see, this is my Asana account and there are different projects over here on the left side bar. You can see the projects, and inside the projects I have task. Like you can see the task name, and here I can add furthermore task over here. So this is a project. For example, April events is the name of my project and I will be adding more task to it. That is why I have chosen the event as new task in a project. Click on connect and click on add new connection. Connect with Asana, and then further it will be connected automatically because Pabbly Connect has detected an open account in a separate tab. Now it will ask you the name of the project, in which project Pabbly Connect needs to find the newly added task. So for that, you can open this drop-down menu and see the list of all the projects you are having in your account. We will choose April events because this is the project in which there will be the collection of tasks of the events that are going to take place in April. So we are going to use this project only. Now we will be clicking on save and send test request. But make sure that once you click on this button, you have to go back to your Asana and create a new task over here so that Pabbly Connect can capture the information of this specific task. Click on it and then add a task over here. So when you double click it, it will open up this big window where you can add further description of the task. Like I am adding art carnival. I am assigning this task to somebody, for example, demo new, and I will give a due date on which date it is going to take place. Because it's an April event project, so obviously it will take place on 5th of April, I am assuming. And then in this calendar only, on the bottom left corner, you can see time. So you can assign a time to it as well. Let's say it will start at 6 p.m. Okay, so you've given this due date. And then the project is given over here. You can add some description of this event that I have added some description of the event over here. Now this task has been created. I will click outside and see. It's created. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect to check the response. We have received a response, but we have just received some specific details and not all the details that we entered over there. Okay, there is no description, there is no due date, and there is no title also. Only the name of the project ID, and simple details are provided here. Now, I'll close this window and make you understand that why this happened. See, look over here on the top right corner, it's written instant, which means the trigger in Asana works in an instant. As soon as we opened this button to add a task, it started recording, and the simplest value that was entered was captured by this in an instant. So we need to retrieve more information about the task. For that, we will be adding one more action step in our workflow about Asana only, and that will be to get the information of that task that was created. So we will type in the event as get a task. When you open this, make sure you read what is given below. See, it's written get a task details by task ID. Okay, so task ID was provided to us over here. The very first thing was the task ID. So we are going to make use of it. Close this window and then click on connect. Now for this step, you don't need to go to add new connection because you've already connected your Asana with your Pabbly Connect. So just click on select existing connection and save. Now you have to map the task ID. What is mapping? Mapping is creating a pathway between two steps of a workflow. 2, 3, 4, any number of steps. So how are we going to do that? See, whenever you have an empty field where you have to map the information, when you click on that button or click on that empty field, it will ask you to insert data from the previous step. And the previous step, you don't need to copy or paste the data. They will just give you this drop down menu where they will provide you all the data of your previous step that was captured as a response. So when you open this drop down menu, you will find everything over here and you will select the ID from here itself. Now it has already mapped. Now click on save and send test request and wait for the response. And see, now you have all the data. First of all, the ID is here. The assigned person is here. Then we have the due date over here. All right. Then if we scroll down, then you will see that yes, this was the name of the task, and drag down and see this was the description of the task. So basically now we have all the data. So make sure you click on save and save this step successfully. Now we are going to close both these windows and then add the final destination, that is going to be our Google Task. Okay, and the action event is going to be create a task. Okay, so click on connect and a very simple Google ID process. Sign in with Google, choose your Google account and then click on allow. And your accounts are connected. So now they will again provide you the task list. Here my list and new list both are there. So you're going to choose my task because we are going to add it in my task only. Now the task title, for the task title, you have to come over here to get a task because we don't have any information in new task in a project. So in get a task, you will come down, either you can find it by scrolling down or you can just click on this search and map data and write the name. So it's Art Carnival already here. Now in notes, you have to enter a lot of information. So in get a task, you can just scroll down, or in the search and map data, you can write the description. So it's already here. Okay, these were the important things. Now due date. So remember, due date for task is in this format. It should be in this format. So first enter and let's check that what is the format of our date. Is it matching? It's exactly matching. So we don't need to change it now. And we will just click on save and send test request. If there was some other format needed for the date, then you were supposed to add a date and time formatter. That is a feature built in Pabbly only. But that was supposed to be entered before our last action step. But coincidentally, our format of the date was same as it was needed by Google Tasks. So it was done and the response is received. Now you can see it shows no error. First of all, you have to check for any error. When it shows no error, you can just save this. And then now we will go back to our Google Task to check is the task created, and yes, on the right hand side, it's Art Carnival, the date and day both are written over here and the description is also here. Okay, so it will be opened in your calendar as well. So which means that our workflow has been successfully completed. Let us close this tab and then do a quick recap of our workflow. Our workflow was a very easy one. It was just in 3 steps. Our first step was a trigger application, that was Asana. We created a new task in a project, but we did not get all the information in our new task. So we added one more action step, that was to get a task from the task ID that was provided to us in the first step. Then we received all the information in this response, and then we used this information to map in our Google Task fields. We connected it in a normal Google connection, and then we mapped the data, and then we received this response. Clicked on save and checked that yes, our task has been created in our Google Task as well. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.